All right, boom, here we are. Hey guys, sorry, Ward Wrestling Live, sorry we're a little late. We had to get this whole thing together. We got him. We're here with Anthony Cerullo of Tenoroc. We've had him on the show by himself, but today he brought his senior class with him, and they're all doing big things in life. We got Travis. Travis, where are you?
Right here.
Travis right there. He's going off to Itasca. 116 wins, two-time district champ, two-time team captain, state qualifier, GPA 3.1. Good job, man. Randall Santana. Going to Itasca with him. 102 career wins, three-time regional qualifier, state qualifier, fastest in school history, and 3.7 GPA. Good for you, man. Way to go. Gage Gatley. He will be going to college. He's currently having to rehab and go through some surgery, but 110 wins, two-time regional finalist, two-time state qualifier, 3.5 GPA. He's in the teal blue down below. And we got Clyce Williams. He's going off to Coach Britt at Montreat. 89 wins in 2 seasons, two-time district champ, regional finalist, state qualifier, school record for wins and pins, and GPA 3.1. These seniors have brought classic Mulberry wins. They've brought 2 district team titles, 2 district runner-ups. They've made the dual state tournament together. They've brought trophies to Tenoroc, and they've changed the culture. That's the first time in team history. This is history right here. So, hey, congratulations, guys, in your career at Tenoroc.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man, and way to go. You know, putting a new culture in there. And Coach Cerullo, you got to be really proud of these kids.
Well, I am really proud of them. It's they really accepted who I was right off the bat and how I coached, and they bought in really quickly, which has led to us a lot of good underclassmen that follow their lead. So they've not only do they set the tone in the present, they really helped build towards the future.
And that's awesome. That's great. So listen, guys, and you guys can, it's however you want to do it, but man, talk about Tenoroc Wrestling. Coach, he's right there, the coaching staff, and the culture that you guys have kind of built over the last, 2 years. You guys have all been together in the same room.
The culture that we really tried to keep was be yourself, be comfortable with each other, and really just give it your all and try your hardest at all times. Practice hard, be together. It's like a big family pretty much with us. And we tried to keep it that way throughout the whole time that we were there and pass it on to the other kids. So it was actually one of the very good experiences.
Yeah, I don't remember Coach getting mad about a loss. He just wanted us to give your all on the path.
Yeah.
Over the whole
and the coaching staff, it's actually great. It's like a lot of the kids, they look up to them as father figures. They're very great guys and all together. They all around just great in general. Like we went to Tony's house plenty of times just to spend time together as a team. And that's what really brought us together. I feel like old water slide fun.
How's Tony's cooking?
I'm just saying I could have a cook-off and I'll probably beat him, but
man, that's awesome. So what else, guys, man? What else can you talk about the culture in the room? What have you guys really I wrote down here that you guys had struggles at first. You guys were a school that definitely wasn't respected, wasn't well known out there, and you guys had to kind of build this back up. What was it like building that program back up, and what did you guys do to that? And how did that make you better kids, better wrestlers, better people?
Overall, we had a lot of.
Go, Clyde. You can go, Clyde.
Overall, we had a lot of doubt in the beginning. There's another program at Tenoroc that wasn't going to make it. but we set the tone different than anyone else. Don't nobody else spend as much time and effort that we put in as a team to put wins under our belts. Yeah, we have our basketball team, football team, and all that, but practice ends right there with them. With, right there on the field, the court, the softball field. We took it to another level. We had group chats. We had team bonding moments where we around each other, so we had no choice but to bond together. And overall, that's what any program, for any type of sport, that's the number one thing. You have to have a bonding, or it ain't going gel the way you want it to.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Travis, right? Up in the top.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Talk to us.
Well, me and Gage started out our freshman year. We barely even had a full lineup to even wrestle. So
No, we had 9 kids, bro.
Yeah, sometimes kids barely even showed up to the meets. We barely even had enough to wrestle a duel, like a duels tournament. So and then Coach Tony came in. He started bringing kids out, kids that really wanted to wrestle and actually put in work to make us better, make each other better. And yeah, he just changed the whole way we wrestled and everything.
Of it.
Yeah.
If they don't give us respect, we take it.
There you go, man. Yeah, I mean, first of all, talk about the pressure that you guys felt by We Are Tenoroc, and we need to make sure that the people coming behind us follow in our culture, and we make sure that we're teaching these younger kids the right things to do in life.
It was a little bit of pressure, not like, because we were the first program at Tenoroc to actually like even do anything, like this first district champ, actually two first district champs in 1 year. So it was a lot of pressure on like us just as a team, and the pressure actually made us come closer, and like we excelled that first year so much, and like that we didn't even think that we could. And then the second year we got it was very good.
We had to
We
live
can
up
only
to a
see
little
your
hype.
eyes, Gage.
Sir?
We can only see your eyes and your hat.
Oh.
He's pretty ugly. That's why he wants you to see that.
There we go.
Mr. Cerullo, I know you're not talking.
Hey, listen, just because you're a homecoming king doesn't mean you're special.
Hey, so let's see, up top there, the homie that keeps staying quiet, doesn't want to talk. Are you the quiet guy in the room, just a little quiet assassin?
Oh no.
Randall, come on.
Yeah, man. How has it? So, what has wrestling done for you and for your life, and not just for you, Randall, but for everybody? What has wrestling meant to you guys?
I mean, I came into high school I didn't really know anything about wrestling. I came into high school thinking that I was going to play football all 4 years, graduate, go play college football. But after my sophomore year, that's whenever Coach Tony came in, and he brought me out there. And really, I seen our old coach wasn't really like the type of coach to like tell us to get in their face, be aggressive, put the pressure on them. And well, I went out there a couple times with him, and I didn't like it. It wasn't enjoyable to me. But
It wasn't at all.
yeah, whenever Coach Tony came out there, he like showed us a new perspective on it, on how like we impose our own will on them, like how aggressive we have to be, make them break and stuff like that. And that's really what made me like fall in love with the sport.
I mean, it's amazing what a coach can do. I mean, I talked to Coach Travis Cleary over at Boone. It was his first year there, and there were a lot of kids that they left the wrestling team under the other coach, and now with him there, he's, there's no cutting wrestlers. Just come and wrestle, and hang out, and figure it out, right? I'm sure Tony's got the same mentality.
Yeah.
It's what a difference a coach can make. I mean, first of all, I'll ask some more questions, but Tony, man, what have these 4 kids meant to you and your program? And if you start crying, it's okay. We're not live or anything.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, they've all seen me cry, so it's okay. I'm an emotional guy. I don't really hide my emotions,
Me
either
too.
or. So they know how I feel at all times. I think that's one thing. I think like somebody like Randall, who is a little introverted at times, till he opens up. I think that's probably why he gravitated towards me, is because they kind of know where I stand at all times. If I'm mad at you, I'm gonna let you know I'm mad at you. If you're sucking and not doing what you're supposed to be doing, I'm gonna tell you. If you like for Gage won the semifinals match at regionals 2 years ago with a torn ACL and a torn MCL, and I couldn't help. I cried like a little baby. I'll say it right out. But these 4 kids, and then there's 2 other kids that are not in here that didn't finish the season with us for one reason or another. Kavion and Skinny, who was a 2-time state qualifier. Those 6 kids, man, they really set the tone for our program. Just right off the bat, they really believed in what we're talking about. I was able to get a former state placer from Tenoroc involved, in Nick Thomas. We got a good weightlifting and conditioning coach, and Devon Williams, and we all just have the same mindset of making these kids as best they possibly can be, changing the mindset of how people think about Tenoroc and setting them off the world to greatness. And we've got 3 of these kids going to go wrestle in college. Gage has the opportunity to do so after he gets his knee fixed and gets that all rehabbed. And I mean, it's just these kids have meant the world to me. They really opened up my mind of how much of a coach I can be. I mean, they make me wish I was this type of coach when I first started coaching. So it's been humbling at times, and it's been exciting at times, and as exciting as it is for them to go off the next venture, it's a little bittersweet.
The other 2, are those the kids coming on next week?
No, those are the 2 kids that hit the blood rounds for us, who are underclassmen, who literally, if you combine 5 seconds together, they went to the state qualifiers. So they're going to come on and talk about their journey through that and how they've bettered themselves in the process. I got one of the kids who's running 7 miles a day because he doesn't want to get tired of wrestling ever again.
Hey, Gage, I know you're kind of in a windstorm there, but talk to us about what your plans are after you get your knee fixed up. Are you looking? Are there some colleges you're talking to, and are you going to get to the next level?
I've been getting a lot of emails from a lot of different colleges, actually, but I don't really have my mind set on one single one yet. A couple in Ohio. There's 2 in Michigan, and that's all I can think of off the top of my head. But I haven't been getting a lot. I don't know yet. I know for sure. I can
tell you from don't wait too long, man, because you start working and making money, you forget about the importance of education. So make sure.
Yeah. And I'm still going to. I already signed up for college already at like my local college.
Cool. Maybe get over there with SCU with Coach George.
Maybe.
Keep you home. Hey, so you're going up to North Carolina, Clyde, with Coach Britt, man. Talk about looking forward to the next level. What your plans are, when you plan on getting up there.
Plan on getting physically back in shape. Right now, I'm not in the shape I need to be, but that's just a couple of practices here and there. I really just ready to take it to the next level and get ready to work. Pretty much it.
Awesome. And you 2 are taking your talents to Minnesota, right? At Itasca Community College, but it's a well-known wrestling program, and I'm working on getting some community college coaches on here because I've had the club coaches, I've had the NAIA, I've had different division levels, and listen, I had a guy on yesterday that's from Florida, and he was actually a coach at the Florida Pride this year, and he went to junior college in Kansas, and now he's on that Division 1 Hofstra. So, man, whatever it takes to get yourself there, go wrestle, get an education. But what does it mean to go up there together? You guys are obviously buddies.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a way better experience. I think going together. It's going to be fun.
If he ever talks, right?
Sure.
If he ever
talks, you get shot right now.
Yeah, say something.
I mean, we're gonna have each other just like in high school. We always drill together, push each other to be a better wrestler. Really, so best person to bring with me, somebody that's gonna make me better.
That's good, man. You guys already got plans. I'm sure you guys gonna room together or get someplace to stay and
Yes, sir.
all that planned out. And yeah, man, just look out for each other. And like I said, there was a kid on yesterday from Life. He's a fifth-year senior, man. He's a psych major. If you kids go on and listen to what he says, he was pretty powerful about talking about, you know, when you get to college, not having that structure and having to adjust your life and really learn what your goals are and what's important to you and being able to stay on track. You know, you're not in prison, obviously, you know, live your life, but understand what's important. And it was just, pretty powerful what he was talking about. And as a kid getting ready to go through what he's gone through the last 5 years, it's probably a good guy to listen to. And yeah, and get on and listen to coaches. I've had Florida high school coaches on, I've had college coaches on, and all these college coaches talk about, you know, what to prepare for at the next level, what adjustments to make, how to get yourself ready, you know, not just weight training, but mentally, because you're not just going to, you know, like a summer wrestling camp. You gotta hit the academics too, and understanding how to interchange and control both of that is important. So, but man, I mean, what you guys have done at Tenoroc is amazing, and I'm sure the young men coming up behind you. And are you guys, Coach? Are you guys bringing girls up now too?
Our room's always open to girls. We've had a couple come in. We're pretty physical in the room, and the one rule as I have is no matter who you are, you have to put out the same output as everybody else. So we're not gonna bend because of you don't want to work, whether you're a guy or a girl. And so sometimes that's tough. We've had a couple girls that have really come in and worked hard, but for one reason or another, they kind of fallen off. We had one that looked like she was gonna be a stud. She's decided to play basketball this year. But I mean, we're open to girls. We actually have talked about trying to start a girls team with one of the assistants taking over that. So I mean, we know that the girls at Tenoroc are tough, and we'll do well in that area too. So it's something that's the plans that we're working on.
Awesome, I love it. Hey, you guys ready for my 10 questions?
Let's hear it.
I kind of tried to surround it around kids. So, all right, burgers or wings?
Wings.
Wings.
For sure.
Wings.
All
I
four.
can tell
wings?
you wings.
Wait, is it from Hooters?
All right.
Yeah,
Hooters or Wing
gotta
House?
be from Hooters. Hooters.
Leave the office out of this, Clyde.
All right. Peanut M&Ms or plain M&Ms?
Peanut M&M.
Peanut. Yeah.
Trust me,
Y'all like nuts. All right. Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Captain.
Yeah, Captain.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Oh man, Captain's losing. All right. Red Bull or Bang? I see Bang on your shirt.
Oh,
We all know-
Bang.
Red
Hey.
We all
Bull.
know the answer.
I go with Red Bull. No, I'm just kidding. Bang.
Nah, bang.
Bang. Bang.
Like it. All right. Cookies and cream or chocolate chip?
Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream, yeah.
Hell yeah. Cookies and cream, Coach.
Cookies and cream.
Speaking of cookies and cream, you go regular Oreo or that double stuff?
Double stuff.
Double stuff, yeah.
I go regular.
Yeah.
I want that
I'll go
mega
regular,
stuff,
too.
but my wife says if I eat mega stuff, I'm just going to keep getting fatter.
It's all right. It's quarantine. You're allowed to.
Yeah, she's been cutting me off. Ramen noodles or mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese.
Yeah. I'm gonna
You
go with
guys are
Mac.
in that southern life right there in Lakeland. I'm sure mac and cheese. is
Yeah, I
good.
can tell you from the cookouts, it's mac and cheese.
When you get to college, it's going to be ramen. Water slides or roller coasters?
Ooh,
Water slide.
that's a tough one.
Water slide.
Water
I'm gonna go water slide because you can wrestle on them.
Yeah, water slide.
Yeah. Water slide.
All right. Are we going Disney or Universal?
Universal.
Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens. What do we got on the slide?
Disney.
Never been to Universal, so I'm gonna go with Disney.
All right. right. Well, we need to get you.
Yeah, Disney.
You need to ride the Incredible Hulk. Is that the right place? I think?
Yeah, that's the right place.
I'm a big.
No, that's at Busch Gardens.
Oh, I'm a big pussy when it comes to roller coasters. So me and my little guy, we're scared shitless of roller coasters. But my wife and my big guy, they love them. So when we go to Disney, me and the little guy, we go ride Dumbo, and then the other ones go ride the good stuff.
Well, the last 2 years at the end of your banquet, we've had a big water slide. So I imagine most of them like water slides. So.
Man, I don't know if they're still going to do it, but I was up in Atlanta one summer, and in the summers they put this water slide, and it's a whole city block long, and they give tubes to the kids, and the kids are out there all day long. I hope they bring that.
Nice.
It's pretty dope.
We're gonna come to your neighborhood.
Yeah, come on. I got a pool. Hey, so last one. You're at the barbecue. You going ribeyes or barbecue chicken?
On ribeye.
Ribeye, yeah.
I don't know who's making it. Coach? Is it Coach Tony making it?
Yeah,
If Coach Tony make it, I'm getting Zaxby's.
Whatever.
Nah, I'm not kidding. Coach Tony's cooking is good.
It's not Coach Williams cooking. It's Coach Tony's cooking.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Well, you
Coach
guys,
Williams cooking, and we doing McDonald's.
yeah, like you guys go Whopper or Big Mac?
Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Quarter pounder with cheese.
Quarter pounder with cheese.
Big Mac.
No pickles.
I like that Big Mac too. Everybody was telling me about some double Big Mac they've been doing, but I can't find it at my McDonald's.
I'm sure Clyde's found it. So
He's traveling the country.
Clyde invented that. He worked there.
Yeah.
he knows all the tips and tricks.
6 pieces of bread.
Mickey D's was your high school career?
Yeah, that was my first job.
Your OJT? Do they still do that, Coach? OJT?
They do OJT, yeah.
I remember my second senior year, because I liked high school so much, I stayed another year. So,
Wow.
and my second, I had OJT, so I left at lunchtime. I worked at something called Smoothie King. I don't know if that still exists or not.
Yeah. There's one in Lakeland.
Yeah.
Yep, I had to do that stuff, but it was cool. Hey, man, this has been great, man. When you guys get off to college, man, make sure you hit me up so we can talk about your next level and talk about what you're doing. And it's always good to see, Florida wrestlers go off and scatter around the country and do their thing. So, man, enjoy Minnesota, enjoy North Carolina, get your shit fixed so you can go out and kick some ass in the country. And Coach Cerullo, keep building champions, man. You're doing a great job down there.
That's the game plan.
Wait.
That's the game plan.
Do we get to ask you questions now too?
Sure.
Ask the question, Gage. What have you got?
Where'd you go to school at?
I went to school at Miami Beach Senior High School.
Miami.
Like, wait, where at?
Beach High down in Miami.
Oh, in Miami?
Yes, sir.
Follow up.
You got to finish his French fries first.
I know. Hey, Daniel,
right now.
what weight class did your son wrestle last year?
138.
138. Travis, you didn't wrestle his son, did you?
Probably not.
I don't have a son.
Man, I don't know. I had to. Let's see. I
Hey,
think
you went to George Jenkins?
Yeah.
He's about to pull up the track.
let's
If
see.
his
No,
son if his son's the kid that beat you, I'm gonna laugh at you. That's fine.
No, I think that I wrote down like freshman wrestling season. They don't call it George Jenkins anymore, don't they? Call it like Moscow.
The Moskowitz, yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Ron Peters,
They changed the name?
Bulldog, the Land. Let's see. TFA, NSP. Moskowitz. Okay. He wrestled. Oh yeah, he got ass kicked by one of the Haley boys.
They're kind of good.
Yeah, they're okay. He fought him hard. He got but he fell. That was it. And then
We actually, that was Travis's first tournament back from his dislocated shoulder. That's the whole thing. Like all four of these kids went through some type of trials and tribulations during the last 2 seasons that are ridiculous. Gage is a 2-time state qualifier with torn ACL and MCL in his knee. Travis's shoulder was basically put together with glue tape. I think I should buy stock and KT tape because I have.
he wrestled. I was really proud of
Stocks and
him.
that stuff.
But George Jenkins is where we saw him turn a corner a little bit, where he started to win a couple of There was one close match where he wrestled the number 10 guy out of Carrollwood.
Sherwood Day.
Palomar.
Oh yeah, I remember that kid. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
beat you at regionals.
Yeah, my son pinned him at 5
Yeah, but don't
minutes
say that.
14 seconds. So that was like that match where I saw him kind of face some adversity and come back. So the kid was up 7-2 or something on him, and they were wrestling around, and Daniel snuck out the back door, got him in a half, pinned him. I went nuts. His coach was a complete not happy guy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Was it Palomar or Irvin?
It was Palomar.
Yeah.
And
Dang, Palomar beats you, Travis. So that means his son can beat you.
yeah, who knows? He this year was the first year that he got his first win. He kind of he progressed a little bit, but at the Moskowitz, that was the first time he made it to day 2.
That's exciting.
1, 2, 3, 4. He had like 4 matches or something, 5 matches, something like that. But no, it wasn't. He wrestled Ado, Palomar, Lane Best, and Hendon Haley.
Yeah, I mean,
And then he had the pleasure in districts in the semifinals to wrestle Chris Rivera.
he didn't beat him.
Nice.
Why? I don't understand.
Yeah, that was 37 seconds, so that was really, really good. But then he won in the semis, and he advanced to his first regional. He went 0-2 in the regionals, but it was nice because he went 0-30 his first 2 years, and this year I think he went like 15-16 or something. But you could really see. I think we might have talked about it, Coach. You guys know it. I think you start off like, okay, first, don't get pinned, then make it the whole 7 minutes, right? And then win the ones you're supposed to, and then the close ones, you got to get those turned around. So I think towards the end of the season, when you started to see him face some adversity and turn it around and do some good things, like in the blood match at districts, he was wrestling some kid that was picked to go, and Daniel was up by 1, and the old Daniel would have just let the arm go, but man, the kid was trying to get around him. He held onto his arm. I swear he was going to pull that shoulder out of its socket. There was no way he was getting. You kind of saw the mindset kind of change there, and he advanced. So I cried. I cried like a little girl. It was like a championship for me, but.
I think when it starts meaning something to you to make it to the next level, I think that's when you turn the corner mentally, because a lot of it is mental. I mean, especially like all 4 of these kids can tell you, like, for instance, like Randall's always been, and not throwing shade, but it's always kind of been into the shadow of the other 3 or the other seniors. And then like this year, he decided it was going to be his senior year, and he was going to go all out. His match to go to state was brilliant. It was beautiful and brilliant. I mean, it threw a kid with 1 second left to go to state, a kid that lost on purpose so he could wrestle him because he thought he was going to beat him, and he ends up throwing him to his back, and he goes to state. It was
his match and Travis's match. Both.
Were you guys in? I know you're not in our district, but are you guys in?
We're your Class A. We're Class 1A with you guys.
For state, but are you in our region? Did we?
No. You guys are in Region 2. We're in Region 3. You guys can keep that Region 2.
Yeah, yeah. It's a. I mean, even with Lake Highland Prep moving on,
it's tough.
I mean, I'll tell you what. Those boys over at the Space Coast are building something.
Yeah, McCormick and Jones do a great job over there. But I mean, you got Hernando is just ridiculous. Pritz has got them. Just humming along like they're going to do special things this year.
Yeah, and for Travis, I respect that 138, man. I know you probably had the same experiences. My son is obviously younger, but to make it from districts to regionals, you got to wrestle It's not like
pretty tough weight class, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a weight class where you're like, okay, there's 3 in my weight class, so I get to advance no matter what. Like that's a weight class where every tournament we went to, it was a full boat, full brackets. I mean, you really gotta you got to advance and wrestle at that weight. So man, good for you guys. But yeah, it's fun. I don't know. I mean, maybe you guys. He wrestled some AAU a little bit last summer. You guys might have seen each other at some of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's progressing. He's a little anxious and frustrated right now because of the world.
As we all are.
But I just tell him, I've learned a lot from talking to coaches like Coach Cerullo and a lot of the coaches. I just try to tell them, you can just control what you can do.
I mean, just the whole thing is for him never to give up. I mean, all four of these kids are kids that just never go up, whether it's Gage's knee or even to go to state this year. You have Randall, I just spoke about, a couple with 1 second left, lateraling a kid to his back for the takedown. Travis has an overtime match to go to state. Clyde wrestled a kid who was ranked above him and ends up beating him in overtime. I mean, just to make it to the finals of the regionals. So I mean, it's adversity is going to hit you not only during a tournament, but it's going to hit you in a match. And what are you going to do? Are you going to bounce back or not? So it sounds like your son's starting to understand that it's important to him, and that when adversity hits you, that you're going to bounce back. And that's what wrestling's about. I mean, wrestling's a one-on-one sport, so you learn how to overcome adversity so you can succeed not only on the mat but in life.
Yeah, it's awesome. Did you have any other questions for me, Gage?
Sir?
What'd you say, Clyde?
I said I remember my first year when I was like, Coach Turner would be like, you gotta bump up the wrestle heavy. I'd be like, do I got it? I remember my second year, I was like, put him in front of me.
Let me get heavy.
You have any more questions for me, Gage? Any of you got questions for me?
Where are you from? Are you here now in Lakeland? You
I'm
live
in
here in
Orlando.
Lakeland? Okay.
I'm in Castleberry right now.
Oh, nice. Well, you're close by.
Go take a swim in his pool, Gage.
There you go. I won't tell. I'm trying to talk my wife into letting Daniel have a friend over so they can wrestle, because it's fun to wrestle with his 11-year-old brother, but
Yeah.
he's really just teaching him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do anything, so they just get in the pool and do that kind of wrestling.
And that's also the thing too. Like my little brother seen me wrestling, and they're like, "Oh, I just want to wrestle. Let me wrestle." And then I think this summer, I don't know with coronavirus still or not, but coach was like, "Yeah, we'll go to AAU and let them wrestle." Like my little brothers wrestle, because that's all they did at tournaments, was just want to wrestle everybody there. So I think that's good too. Like letting the little kids wrestle too.
Yeah, I think I screwed up the beginning of last summer with the little brother, because he hadn't really wrestled much, and I brought him to a rumble at CFWA, and that was like his first 5. Oh yeah, and those, as you know, in that room for a rumble on Saturday, it wasn't very welcoming.
No, it probably wasn't much fun.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, CFWA is our club, and they're welcoming, but
yeah,
you get on the mat there.
I understand what you're saying. Because you have kids in that room that are wrestling to prove something, because it's the atmosphere.
Yeah, you guys go to lives, right, and rumbles and stuff. Yep. You don't go there to pussyfoot. You want to get your shit better. So
yeah, that's why we go to Lake Gibson. They're 5 miles away from us, so there's no reason not to go in there and get beat up and try to show something.
And it's nice. I mean, look at the state. You've got, if you're in Orlando, you've got a CFWA. If you're in Lakeland, you've got Tampa Prep, Manatee Mafia, Lake Gibson. Now you got Strawberry Fest. You got these great clubs over there. You go down to South Florida, you got, Wrestling U, and I got them up there, Maximum, and the boys down at Southwest. So, the state's really doing some good things. And you guys aren't you guys getting the South Jersey club down there too? They're coming down.
What are the Scorpions? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you guys are getting.
Yeah. Well, they're a little bit further northwest of us, but they're over near Sun Lake, I think it is. So, but they're not that far. I mean, they're out. We've never had a problem traveling to go and try to get some mat time and get some different looks. I mean, we'll eventually go over there and work with them, I'm sure. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, that Lakeland area, man, you guys are doing big things. And hey, man, thanks guys so much for coming on. I appreciate you. Man, keep your heads up, keep kicking life's ass, and keep in touch, man. I'll be rooting for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks for putting this together, man.
No problem. Hey guys, T-Rock.
Get some.
So,
I get some. All right.